We have beautiful locations and sunlight complement these beautiful locations. I like how the camera follows their movements throughout. It was almost as if the camera was another person dancing along with them. In the choices that the camera movements made highlighted the environments and the movements as well that the dancers made. Interesting use of light and smoke during the duets. The dancers utilized the space in a unique way. And one scene in particular that comes to mind is when they're dancing in the hallway like location, and as well as the underwater scenes. And purple was a color that we saw throughout the film, which I assume is purposeful because of the title.
I enjoyed this first soloist with the backdrop of the desert sunset. The light was piercing through and it was just striking. Overall, the quality of light used in this film I thought was so well done and so attractive. I liked the camera work for this film in that the close ups were gradual and with a retreat that was timed well with the choreography. There was also a nice moment where a dancer was traveling through a desert floor wash with gorgeous tall wildflowers on either side. And it was just beautiful to watch her grace. The purple sky over the dancer duet near the end was fantastic. The color was just outstanding. And I thought this was really well done for a dance film in nature.
This film was quite unexpected, this dance, where it went from outside to the point where it looks like they danced from morning to night, and then it moved to tight indoor spaces, such as what looked like a vortex room that's tiny and compressed, while the women still moved, and even though they were limited in their movement, they were still able to go wide. These also have a movement where ending in water, which was completely unexpected. This had a lot of twists. Each woman had a touch of purple on her, which goes to the title, and the hues of the lighting were purple, which all goes with the theme of a dancing purple flower. It's was a beautiful film, a beautiful dance, and to do it in several different movements really let these women explore their bodies and how they could move in wide open spaces and tight confined spaces. It made it a gorgeous film.
I loved the color and the costumes and the kind of brightness that they brought, and I feel like that was reflected in a lot of the dancing as well. I also liked how it built and how it kind of flowed from one location to the next, and then you pick up a second person, and the dancing was so beautiful and so kind of fluid, whether she was alone kind of in this deserty area or they were, together, and then it was like dark and in this kind of very almost modern electric colorful area, and then it was even underwater, and I loved the like I said, I loved the interaction between the two. I loved the vibrant and the brightness of their costumes, which I thought really added something to it. Unlike with conventional storytelling, when it comes to dance, I feel like it's less about a story and more about an emotion that they're trying to evoke, and I think that that's where the kind of emphasis gets placed on it. At least that's where I place the emphasis on it when I'm watching dance.
The movement seemed really fluid and beautiful. I don't know particularly a lot about dance, but I enjoyed that part. But also, how it was shot was great. Starting there at, I guess, sunrise, there was just, get this beautiful golden light. The wardrobes were great, great for that. Then moving to that sort of indoor lit box hallway thing was it was a sort of interesting way to change things up, keep things dynamic, and yeah, move it along and sort of just put a nice cap on it all.